Hey girls and boys, it's Mr. McAndrew, the math coach. Super excited as always to be here with you learning about math. So I hope that video on volume gives you a sense of what volume's all about. So yeah, it's just how much space something takes up, and we're focusing on liquid volume. So you might have one of these somewhere in your house. Your mom or your dad might be using it. It's a measuring cup, although it's more than a cup. It's a liter actually. I don't know if you can see it on the video, but it does show right here. It says, 1 liter. Okay. And then it also says 1,000 milliliters. Okay. So again, there's 1,000 milliliters in 1 liter. So milliliters are like really small. 1,000 of them, right, could fit into here. Okay. 1,000 milliliters of water. And you might even be able to see that, so half a liter, halfway down, would get you to 500, 500 milliliters. All right. This one's a little bit easier to see. This is not a full liter. You can see it's only, everything's backwards here. You can see that it's only half of a liter. Okay. And so then you can see that it's only 500 milliliters. All right. So that's what we're going to work on today is liters and milliliters. So let's get out your reference sheet, your measurement conversion reference sheet from the other day. Whoopsie daisy. That's not what I meant to do. Hold on a second. All right. There we go. Sorry about that. So let's make some recordings here to help you with your work. Let me get a different color marker. So, if we have 1 liter, all right, so 1 liter we'll write down. That means we have 1,000 milliliters, okay? And because milli can often mean 1,000. Like a millennium is 1,000 years. Okay? All right. So what if we had 2 liters? What if I had 2 of these? All right, one, and pretend like I have another one in this hand. Okay? Then how many milliliters would I have? I'd have 1,000, 2,000. Okay? So does that make sense, right? So 2 liters is 2,000 milliliters. All right, so I think you kind of get the hang of this here. If we had 3 of them, right? If we had 3 of these, we'd have 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. Okay, so that'd be 3,000 milliliters. What if we had like 8 liters? So I think you can see if you multiply by 1,000, right? If you multiply by 1,000, the number of liters, then you get the number of milliliters. So if you have 8 times 1,000, that would give you 8,000. Okay? If you had, let's say, 34 liters, right? Or 345 liters of water, then you'd have 345,000 liters of water. Okay. I think you're starting to get the hang of this. So let's take a look at a few examples, all right? Here we go. All right, so let's say that this is a huge jug of, it's a huge barrel, okay? And it can hold up to 5 liters, right? Up to this line is 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and then 5 liters. And let's say that right now there is this much water in the barrel, okay? So you can see that it goes up to 3 liters. So how many milliliters are in the barrel? All right, so how many milliliters? So you can see that in 1 liter there's 1,000, so I'll put 1,000 here. And then this would be 2,000, and then this would be, erase that for a second, that would be 3,000 liters, right? So 1,000, 2,000, 3,000. So one person could say, oh, there's 3 liters in that barrel. Somebody said, well, there's 3,000 liters in that barrel. You're both right. It's the same thing, okay? So 3 liters equals 3,000 milliliters. It's kind of a funny word to spell, isn't it? Okay? All right, let's look at another one, and then we'll be done. All right, so boys and girls, just to stick with this example for a second, what if I said that there were 3 liters and 480 milliliters in this barrel? Okay, so we already see the 3 liters, right? Which is 3,000 milliliters. But there's also an additional 480 milliliters. So remember, half of a liter would be 500. So it's almost 500. So I would add almost another half of a liter, right? Like right in here. Okay, so that would be another 480. So in that case, we would have how many milliliters? So ml is shorthand for milliliters. So we would have the 3,000, right, milliliters plus the 480 right there. So that would be 3,480 milliliters. Okay, or you could think of it as 3 liters, and then right here is the 480 milliliters. Okay, does that make sense? Let's do one more example just to make sure, and then I'll tell you what your work is, and off you go. All right, so here's an example, boys and girls, and a different way you could draw it. Okay, so what if I said yesterday I was really thirsty and I drank 2 liters and I don't know 872 milliliters of water. Okay, hopefully water and not like soda, because I'd be like bouncing all over the place. So how are we going to figure out, and the question is, how many milliliters did I drink? Okay, so one way you can write this, I'm just going to show you, is you could use, I call it like a bar diagram. So each one of these bars is going to represent a liter. Okay, so that's 1 liter. Okay, so that's a 2nd liter. All right, so we've got 2 liters right here. All right, so that means that if we've got 2 liters, this is 1,000. This is 1 liter, and that's a liter. Then these are each 1,000 milliliters, right? So we actually have 2,000 milliliters right there. Okay, it's just another way of showing it. And then we have to, it says, and 872 milliliters. We have to add that on. So this is 872. I don't know how many liters that is. That would actually, it would actually be a decimal. It would be 0.872, but we're not there yet. Don't worry about that. So we have another 872 milliliters. So 2,000, so 1,000 plus 1,000 is 2,000, plus another 872, right? That gives us 2,872 milliliters. Okay, does that make sense? If you prefer, you could also draw these going up like this, right? Be like, all right, well, that's 1 liter, that's 1 liter, this is 1,000, this is 1,000, and then I've got 872 more. And then you can add up the milliliters, and you can see you have 2,872. Okay? So that should help you with, we've got some practice today, again, with Antopolis, asking you some questions about their pool and their water tower. One of them goes up to 52 liters. So, well, but the multiplication is not hard, right? 1,000 milliliters for every liter, okay? And then there's a couple questions where it's a mixture of liters and milliliters, just like we were doing. All right, boys and girls, that's it for today. Tomorrow is talking about mass, whatever that is, and we'll see you then. All right, be good, be safe, be kind, be good to your parents, be good to your teachers. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.